Guys, some very dramatic news. I have left Germany. I am back here in the States, and the reason is for my sister's wedding. Back here in Portland for 2 weeks, hang out with my family, go to my sister's wedding. I'll be back in Germany in a couple weeks, but sorry, I just wanted to be a little bit dramatic. Actually, a little bit of a dramatic story. They almost didn't let me on the plane back to America. So I flew out of Frankfurt to Seattle, Seattle to Portland. Get to the Frankfurt airport very, very early, just in case there's any mishaps or anything, in case I need to take another COVID test at the airport, because they have test stations there. I go check in with my flight at Condor. They look at my test, they look at all my information, say, okay, this is great, you're good, here's your boarding pass and all your stuff. You can go through security now. And with my experience previously, once you get your boarding pass, like, they don't give you your boarding pass unless you're good. Like, they checked my COVID tests and all the stuff. So I get through security very early. I'm sitting there for about 3 hours at the gate, just waiting. And then my flight comes up, okay, and they call people to board my flight, and I go in line to get on the flight, and you have to show, like, your passport, your ticket, and your COVID test again. I show the guy my COVID test, and he says, no, you will not fly today. This is not good because it says negativen instead of negative. It has to be in English. And I tried to remain cool. I tried my hardest to remain cool. I did remain cool, but on the inside I was screaming because I could not miss this flight. So this guy was being a pretty big jerk. I was like, dude, if my test wasn't good, why did they print my boarding pass and check me in and say you're all good? Like, I've been at the airport for 3 hours. I could have gone and taken one of the airport tests that I guess would have been in English if you guys told me this information 3 hours ago. Now the flight's leaving in 20 minutes. I can't go do that. And the guy was just so rude and dismissive, and he just said, nah, go. And I was like, is there anyone I could talk to? And he pointed over to this other guy. And this super nice, fabulous German guy, I don't know if he worked for Condor or for just the airport, but I was like, dude, you gotta help me out, man. What can you do? I mean, you know that this says negative. I was like, actually almost in shock. It seemed like a joke because it's so clearly negative and positive. The guy went back, he made phone calls, and he like put his name on the line saying like, this, I vouch for this is an okay test, I promise. And then he had to put his name on the line, and then he like grabbed me, moved me around the counter, and like just shoved me down onto the jetway and was like, go, get on the flight. Guy was awesome. This guy is a homie. Thank you. Man, that was a scary 20 minutes or so because I thought, okay, I'm gonna miss my sister's wedding. Cool. Anyway, I made it back. I'm now here in Portland. So, little update. But you guys have probably realized that I have been off YouTube for the past couple weeks. And the reason is because over the past couple weeks, I've been working on a little mini documentary, separate from the big documentary, Unicorn Town, a mini documentary focusing just on my football team playing in the CEFL Bowl against the Swarco Raiders, which happened last week. So I mentioned this to my patrons. I gave them a little bit of a heads up that I'd be off YouTube because this documentary is going to take all of my time, doing interviews, filming everything, editing. So I finished the documentary. I worked also with an additional cinematographer, Andreas Hefner, who helped me a lot with some beautiful shots. I'm working right now to figure out exactly where and how to release the documentary publicly, because I'm so frustrated with the process of releasing Unicorn Town. It's like, it feels so out of my hands that I'm trying to have a little bit of control with this piece of content. So right now I've actually posted it on my Patreon. So if you want to watch it right now, you can essentially rent it by becoming a patron for a month and watch it on there. I hope you stay. I hope you don't cancel after a month, but I mean, technically you could do that. You could just rent it for 1 month and then do that. But it's about 32 minutes long. It's been getting really positive reactions. I'm really proud of it. We actually played it in the Unicorn Stadium after our last game on the Jumbotron. People still in the stadium, so that was kind of a cool thing. But I'm gonna give you guys a little quick couple minute sneak preview here of what the doc kind of looks like.
As far as tomorrow goes, hey, let's have a nice relaxing trip down there, okay? Whether you're on the bus, or you're coming on your own, or whatever's going on, okay? Be nice and slow tomorrow, okay? Get on YouTube, start looking at some Raider clips, start trying to get a feel of the atmosphere of what it's gonna be like, okay? They're gonna be allowed 3,000 or so, okay? It's gonna be the first time we've had loud fans, noisemakers, and all that stuff for a long while. Everything in me knows we're gonna win this football game. You guys should feel the exact same way. You should feel relaxed, you should feel confident, you should feel happy to play in this game, this environment, and have this experience. Okay? I know I am.
Oh, Fetzerei auf 3, 1, 2, 3!
Yeah! Alright guys, it's game day. It's a high energy day. Beautiful day so far. A lot of good energy in the hotel in the morning. We just had meetings, team meetings, and coach basically just reiterated the thought that, like, don't make this bigger than it has to be. You know, a lot of guys are pretty excited about this game and it feels really, really big, and I think deep down everyone knows there is a lot on the line here and it's a big important game, but that doesn't do you any good preparing and like going into the game. So you got to treat it almost just like any other game. Prepare, trust your training, and not get overly psyched out in your own head. And so that's basically what coach said today, and I think that's what everyone's trying to do. And here we go.
Here we go, hands together, let's go! Make them know we're here today, baby!
And as a team, I mean, we're going to beautiful stadium, beautiful place, but not a friendly place, I would say, to play. Where, as we've seen in the past, when we let that place get going and is rocking and they start rolling, it could become 34-0 very quickly.
Swarco, they're a very good team. You know, they look good on film, physical, and yeah, we got a tough task ahead of us.
The Schwäbisch Hall team they're going to see today is different from the one in the GFL due to the restrictions of the import players.
We feel we got good German players all over the place, and we don't feel sitting a couple of Americans is going to take our team down to a whole nother level. We expect those other guys to step up, and playing in the CEFL gives those opportunities.
This is our day, okay? Everything in you, everything in your mindset, everything in your visuals is it's our day. Great things are gonna happen today, all right? Fellas, soak it all in. You've earned your moment to be in this game. We've done a lot to work to get to this game. Fellas, it's our day, and then let's get this done, and let's go celebrate on the way home. Let's go, come on, let's go, baby. Here we go. Let's have a great day. Ready, unit?
When we hit the field like all day like feeling white like famous on like Fetzerei like championship like and it does like and it does like and it does like and you and it's all about you it's all about you it's all about you.
CEFL Final 2021 is officially underway.
All right, guys, so that's why I've been away from YouTube working on this documentary. If you want to watch it right now, it is on my Patreon. I hope that you go check it out. I'm working with the Unicorns and figuring out a way to release it more publicly very soon, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, if you don't want to wait, it's on Patreon right now. I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, I used all the techniques that I learned in creating Unicorn Town to really bust this out in a couple weeks, and I'm surprised that I got it done because, you know, Unicorn Town's 90 minutes and it took me, I don't know, 4 years. This documentary is 32 minutes and took me 2 weeks, and I don't think the quality suffered too much. So pretty excited about it. So that's why I've been away from YouTube. So anyway, like I said, I'm here in the States spending time with my family, getting ready for my sister's wedding, so I probably won't be making too many videos here. Probably one big wrap-up video of my entire couple weeks here in the States with my family. So still be off the grid a little bit, but just wanted to give you guys a little heads up there. I hope you're having a lovely July. It's disgustingly hot here in Portland, Oregon. Luckily, we have this amazing invention in the United States called air conditioning. And so I'm sitting in a nice air-conditioned room right now, not sweating that much. Sweating a little bit because of my genetic conditions. But other than that, the temperature around me is fine. All right, guys, so thanks so much for watching my YouTube channel, for supporting me, and go check out the documentary on my Patreon if you want to see it right now. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Have a lovely day, and I will see you soon.